Hello, and welcome back to the Shreve, Crump Low YouTube channel. Today we will be discussing a selection of F.P Journe LineSport references available today, from the original Chronograph Sport Aluminum to the venerable Platinum Chronograph Monopusher. We will be taking a closer look at why the F.P Journe LineSport collection is one of the most uniquely designed sport watches ever conceived. If you enjoy our content, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram at Shreve, Crump Low, or visit us online at www.shrevecrumpandlow.com for our most up-to-date offerings of jewelry, watches, and gifts. The first watch is the original LineSport, the Chronograph Sport Aluminum, which all the current production models have come to evolve from today. We covered this historic original LineSport in another video on our channel, which you can find the link to that video in the description below. Launched in 2011, 10 years after the company was founded, the Chronograph Sport Aluminum came about in a classic F.P Journe fashion. The design and use of the watch served a purpose for one of Mr. Journe's longtime friends and collectors' needs to wear one of his finely crafted timepieces for the utilitarian necessity of competitive running. While back in 2011, it may have seemed as though Mr. Journe was repurposing his already legendary and award-winning chronograph movement into a sports watch, if you take a moment to study the watch, you can glean the genius of Mr. Journe's thoughtful design. From the ultra-lightweight aluminum case material, the sporty dial application of the semi-skeletonized chronograph subdials, blocks of superluminova Arabic hour markers, the black rubber inserts found on the side profiles of the case and bracelet that are used to protect the watch from any shocks or scratches, just like the bumpers of vintage cars. A key characteristic that cannot be stressed enough is just how lightweight this watch truly is. Your mind and eyes will feel deceived at the shocking realization that this aluminum case, bracelet, and movement weigh a mere 54 grams. For comparison's sake, a standard tennis ball weighs approximately 59 grams. Produced for about 5 years from 2011 to 2015, with approximately 188 pieces believed to be made, this early reference set the precedent for the many F.P Journe LineSport models to come. While Shreve, Crump Low is an authorized F.P Journe point of sale here in Boston, we are proudly offering this Chronograph Sport Aluminum for sale via our certified pre-owned watch department. Please find the link to the listing on our website in the description below. Since the original Chronograph Sport, the collection has gradually evolved and has come to house some of the brand's most complex movements, such as the Chronograph Monopusher Rattrapant. The next 3 LineSport models we will be discussing are the current production LineSport Chronograph Monopusher Rattrapant, made available in grade 5 titanium, 18 karat rose gold, and platinum case metals. Prior to discussing the actual models, it's important to note the significance of the movement inside each one of these pieces. The fully in-house produced caliber 1518 is a particularly important movement for the brand, as it represents a bold and ingeniously sporty monopusher split-second functionality for F.P Journe, introduced exclusively within the LineSport collection. This new caliber 1518 is a manually winding movement, as usual made entirely in-house at the manufacturer. F.P Journe perpetuates the watchmaking tradition and maintains exclusive craftsmanship, since only one experienced watchmaker will perform all assembly stages from beginning to end on each movement, a unique circumstance in the watch industry. Inspired by the chronograph made for the only watch auction in 2017, this new movement features a chronograph direct gearing with a rocking pinion, avoiding the jump of the second hand at the start of the chronograph. An important development was required to integrate the very large date and a total height of only 6.80 millimeters. The magnificent finishing and decorations of the movement visible through a transparent sapphire crystal caseback are one of the numerous undisputable signature qualities of F.P Journe's prowess in hand-fabricated movement manufacturing. The entry-level price point, and arguably the sportiest of all 3 Chronograph Monopusher models, is the grade 5 titanium reference, which draws a number of key design elements from the original Chronograph Sport Aluminum, including the lightweight case material, lightweight aluminum movement, semi-skeletonized red lacquer accented chronograph subdials, black rubber bumpers, and of course the sporty blocks of Super Luminova Arabic hour markers. The new reference also utilizes the incredibly useful quick adjust, very large date at the 6 o'clock position of the attractive matte gray ruthenium dial. While unlike the original Sondergraph Sport, measuring at a case diameter of 42mm, this new chronograph is slightly larger at 44mm, but wears like a smaller 42mm watch on the wrist. This effect is achieved by the integration of the case to the bracelet, removing the use of traditional lugs, allowing the relatively large case to fit comfortably on any wrist. This sporty masterpiece weighs in at approximately 75 grams, a feather heavier than its older aluminum cousin. The titanium case metal change was a transition that happened earlier on in the evolution of the LineSport collection. When the aluminum Sondergraph was discontinued, it was reintroduced in a titanium case around 2017. The titanium alternative is a hypoallergenic, lightweight, and durable case metal Mr. Journe opted for in lieu of the lighter, yet much softer aluminum. Most consider the change an overall refinement in Mr. Journe's pursuit of perfection. In addition to the titanium Chronograph Monopusher Rattrapant, 2018 also marked the debut year of the precious metal LineSport models. F.P Journe has introduced 9 precious metal LineSport models since 2018. We will be covering 2 in this video, the 18-karat rose gold and platinum LineSport Chronograph Monopusher Rattrapants. While these precious metal LineSport models may be more in line with the pricing and styling on a Platinum Longa Datagraph Up-Down reference 405.035 or Patek Philippe split-second 5370p, their sportier, matte, hammer finish cases and bracelets give these models a demure yet frosty luster which sets them into a league of their own. Complete with an 18-karat rose gold version of the Chronograph Monopusher movement, at approximately 184 grams, this 18-karat rose gold version of the Chronograph Monopusher is over double the weight of the titanium variant. You will notice this 18-karat rose gold model is the only model of the 3 Chronograph Monopushers to utilize the rubber bumpers on this case. This is one of the first production models before Mr. Journe discontinued the use of the rubber bumpers on all LineSport models. The rubber bumpers are no longer found on pieces manufactured from the end of 2020 onwards. The matte gray ruthenium guilloche dial finishing and 18-karat rose gold movement are comparable to that found on Mr. Journe's finest dress watches. No expenses spared, no corners are cut. This attention to even the smallest detail, paired with Mr. Journe's ingenious innovation, is what makes this brand so exciting and leaves us all wanting more. When compared, each of these watches hold a certain personality of their own, and each say something unique about the owner. Does this stunning rose gold reference speak to you? If not rose gold, then perhaps the cool silvery white and gray tones of platinum may be just right for you. Weighing in at an impressive 272 grams, this is a watch that feels like a suit of armor, but wears extremely comfortably on the wrist thanks to the micro adjustment on the clasp of all the new LineSport models. Like the rose gold model, the platinum piece features a beautiful frosted texture that transitions into a stunning mirror finished high polish on the flanks and the clasp. A deep, majestic purplish blue guilloche pattern dial radiates elegance from underneath the sapphire crystal. This platinum monolith is the definition of a heavy hitter. For a brand with an annual production capacity of approximately 700 mechanical watches a year for the world markets, these special precious metal Chronograph Monopusher references make up a very small 2 to 3% of this overall annual production, making them a certified grail watch for a lucky few collectors. Shreve, Crump Low is F.P Journe's authorized point of sale for the Boston area. For inquiries about the specific models in this video or general product inquiries on new or certified pre-owned F.P Journe models, please send us an email at sales@shrevecrumpandlow.com or visit us on our website at www.shrevecrumpandlow.com to view our entire selection of fine watches, jewelry, and gifts. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you again very soon.